The airplane mode escape, the silent goodbye trick. You know that call that starts fine and then turns into a hostage situation? They're telling you every detail of something you didn't ask about. Like the emotional journey of their dog's haircut. Like I wanted to know? Really? Hanging up makes you the villain. But pretending to lose signal? That's strategy. Here's the move. Flip on airplane mode. Instant call drop. No awkward goodbye, no fake static, no guilt. On their screen, it doesn't say call ended. It says call failed. Now you're not rude, you're a victim of bad reception. Modern problems meet ancient flight instinct. The because trick. The word that bypasses logic. Most people think persuasion takes logic or charisma, but sometimes all it takes is one word, because. Say, can I go first? And people might say no. Say, can I go first because I'm in a rush? And suddenly everyone's moving out of the way like it's a medical emergency. Even if your reason is dumb, like because I forgot to eat cereal. The brain doesn't care. It hears because and just assumes whatever follows makes sense. Psychologists tested this. People who said, can I cut in line, got glares. People who added, because I haven't eaten all day, got waved through like royalty. The word because short-circuits logic. It gives your request automatic credibility. You're not manipulating anyone. You're just fluent in human autopilot. The microwave hack. Half power, full genius. Microwaves are great if you like your leftovers half lava and half frozen. One bite burns your tongue off, the next one's still in the ice age, you know? Here's the fix that feels wrong, but works. Double the time, half the power. 4 minutes at 50% beats 2 minutes at full blast. Every time. Why? Because lower power lets heat spread evenly instead of cooking the edges faster than your last relationship ended. It's kitchen science in disguise. And bonus move, reheating lasagna? Stab it with a butter knife a few times like it owes you money, pour in a few drops of water, and watch steam do its magic. It's the culinary equivalent of therapy. Gentle, warm, and surprisingly effective. You didn't fix your microwave. You tamed it. The dopamine fast, the boredom reset button. Your brain isn't broken, it's just bored out of its mind. Constant scrolling, snacks, and dopamine hits have turned it into a spoiled teenager with unlimited Wi-Fi. Every ping, every scroll, every sugar hit, jackpot. But when the jackpots never stop, your brain starts yawning. Nothing feels fun anymore because everything's always on. Here's the cheat code, a dopamine fast. You don't need to live in the woods or give up modern life. Just unplug for a while. No phone, no sugar, no just one more episode. At first, it feels impossible. You'll grab your phone, realize what you're doing, then set it back down like it bit you. But after a few hours, something shifts. Music sounds better. Food tastes real again. Your brain starts rewarding normal life instead of chasing constant novelty. It's like your motivation got a software update. You're not detoxing, you're rebooting. A few hours of boredom is all it takes to wake up your reward system and actually want to do things again. The yes ladder. How to get anyone to agree. Getting someone to agree with you is like trying to get Wi-Fi in the woods. Patience and trickery. The secret? The yes ladder. It's a persuasion hack that takes advantage of how your brain processes consistency. Once someone says yes, their brain really hates switching to no. It's like your mind signs a tiny social contract with itself and doesn't want to look unreliable, even if it's just about pizza toppings. So instead of leading with the big ask, you warm them up with small, easy questions first. The ones they'd agree to without thinking. Hey, do you like saving time? Do you hate wasting money? Would you say you enjoy helping people? And once they've said yes 3 times in a row, well, great. Could you give me a hand moving this couch? Now it's not manipulation, it's momentum. You're just steering the conversation while their brain's still nodding in agreement. Salespeople use it. Politicians live by it. And toddlers, they're basically born experts. Can I sit on the couch? Can I turn on the TV? Can I watch one show? Next thing you know, they've annexed the living room and you're just a guest in their territory. It works because of commitment bias. The brain craves consistency between what it said and what it does. If you've agreed 3 times already, the 4th yes feels natural, even if it means carrying furniture you didn't sign up for. And the funny part, it works on yourself too. Stack a few small wins. Make your bed. Drink water, send 1 email, and suddenly your brain thinks you're unstoppable. That's the self-improvement version of the yes ladder, tricking yourself into momentum. You're not fooling people. You're just helping the human brain do what it already wants to do. Keep saying, yes! 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 The ice water face plunge. Panic meets zen. Everyone's acting like you need to freeze half your body in an ice bath just to feel alive. They'll film themselves screaming motivational quotes through chattering teeth, all for 3 likes and mild hypothermia. But here's the smarter version, a bowl of ice water. That's it. Stick your face in for 10 to 30 seconds, and your nervous system goes from panic mode to peaceful monk in under a minute. It triggers the mammalian dive reflex, your body's built-in emergency brake. Heart rate drops, stress hormones fall, and your brain resets, like you just hit Control-Alt-Delete. No supplements, no guru breathing rituals, just you, ice, and mild regret for a few seconds. You'll pop back up, calmer, clearer, and weirdly proud of yourself. It's not pretty, but it works. Think of it as a hard reboot for your nervous system, without turning your bathroom into a science experiment. Creatine, the muscle supplement for your brain. Creatine has been sitting in gym bags for decades, surrounded by shaker bottles and bad decisions. Most people think it's just for bulking up, but the real power move is upstairs. Your brain burns insane amounts of energy, and creatine helps recycle ATP, the cellular fuel that keeps your thoughts running. More ATP equals more focus, better mood, faster recovery from mental fatigue. Think of it as plugging your brain into a backup generator. And here's the kicker. It's not just for athletes. Even office workers, students, and sleep-deprived parents can benefit. Research shows creatine can improve memory, mental endurance, and even mood, especially when you're stressed or exhausted. And it's one of the safest, cheapest, and most tested supplements on Earth. So yeah, the gym bros were right. Just not for the reasons they think. Turns out it helps both kinds of gains, muscle and mental. Magnesium glycinate, the calm mineral you're missing. If you're tense, wired, or ready to fight the next person who says relax, your body might not be broken. It might just be low on magnesium. Magnesium runs more than 300 systems in your body, including the ones that keep you from spiraling over minor inconveniences. But coffee, stress, and modern diets have turned us into magnesium-deficient zombies. When you're low, you know. Cramps, twitchy eyelids, anxiety, restless sleep, basically adulthood with subtitles. Here's the fix. Magnesium glycinate. It's the calm cousin. Easy to absorb, gentle on the stomach, and actually effective. It helps your muscles unclench, your brain quiet down, and your sanity reboot. No fancy teas or nighttime gummies required, just a mineral that does its job. It won't fix your life, but it'll make everyone else's nonsense easier to handle. Think of it as the mineral equivalent of taking a deep breath, in supplement form. Intermittent fasting, the schedule that heals you. You've been told breakfast is the most important meal of the day, usually by people selling cereal. But here's the twist. Skipping it, strategically, can actually make your brain and body work better. It's called intermittent fasting. Eat within an 8-hour window, then let your body rest for the next 16. During that break, your insulin tends to drop, inflammation has a chance to cool off, and your cells can shift into repair mode. That cleanup process, autophagy, is your body's built-in recycling and repair system. Damaged cells get broken down, inflammation goes down, and your brain quiets down. Kind of like finally closing all those extra browser tabs. And bonus, fasting can help balance hormones, stabilize blood sugar, and reduce the silent inflammation behind fatigue and mood swings. Your body literally repairs itself when you stop asking it to digest all the time. Fasting sharpens focus because when you're not digesting, your body switches into alert mode. It's nature's way of saying, no food? Fine, let's get smart and go find some. Start simple. Finish dinner earlier, eat your first meal later, and let your body remember what hunger feels like. You're not depriving yourself. You're giving your system a chance to breathe. Mouth tape, the sleep hack nobody asked for. There's a sleep trend that sounds less like wellness and more like a hostage tactic. Mouth taping. The idea is simple. Humans were meant to breathe through their noses. It filters air, balances oxygen and CO2, and helps you sleep deeper. But somewhere along the way, we became mouth-breathing zombies. So people started taping their mouths shut at night to force nasal breathing. And weirdly, for many, it works. Less snoring, better oxygen, and waking up without that I swallowed sandpaper, dry mouth. Nasal breathing boosts nitric oxide, improves circulation, and calms your nervous system. It's like a natural sleep upgrade, if you can get past the whole taping your face part. Just use gentle medical tape, and don't wrap your head like a crime scene. You're optimizing sleep, not auditioning for a ransom video. Do it right, and you might wake up rested for the first time since you learned what Wi-Fi was. And that's the thing about life. It's not about working harder, it's about knowing the shortcuts everyone else missed. Keep these cheat codes handy. You'll look smarter, feel better, and maybe even get away with it. And if you want more of these real-world hacks before everyone else figures them out, you know what button to hit.